On the top, got the underside built up. This is the top, and putting on the edge. Now what I'm doing is 1.5 inches thick or wide being put on the edge of this. Now it's going to be doweled every foot. But there's a way I do this that makes it kind of interesting. Basically, it's just a straight board. Here's the edge, and I'm going to attach it like this. This is the last piece, and I'm going to dowel it, and I'll show you how I clamp it. First thing I do, let me get the tool I need here. That would be helpful. First thing let's do, we're going to measure it. I want this on the bottom, and that'll be the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure on the corners. I always go 1.5 inches. If you go too close to corners, it's going to split out. Then I'm going to go 1 foot, and then I'm going to go 1 foot. Draw my lines out. A lot of people, it's the best way I've found to clamp it. I'm going to come back 3/4 of an inch. Nothing scientific here. Now we're going to glue it up. Pretty simple. Now this clamp here is just holding the thing together. Lots of glue. Never can use too much glue. I like the feel of glue. It's always cool. Obviously it's sticky. But coating it like this, you are ensured not to have any failure on your joint. I mean, the seams, the grains will split out before this glue joint goes. Now, here's the super secret way I clamp it. Remember, we're going to dowel it. So I go ahead and stick this in there. And go ahead and line it up to where I want it. It's going to be about there. I'm going to just stick a screw. There, that's clamp. It's drawing into the wood. I go right in the center, exactly where I want it. There's going to be 4 screws. Clamp and pressure. Okay, that's how I clamp it. I just screw it. If I was not going to dowel it, I wouldn't be doing it this way. But I'll show you down here what I do for dowel. Incredibly simple. There's a screw I put in. Let's say it's dried and cured. I'll go ahead and back the screw out. Take my 3/8 drill bit. I'll go ahead and bore a hole. There's no tear out because it's already glued and clamped. I cut it out. Now these, I don't use the fluted dowels. I use just a regular dowel rod. The flutes You'll see why when we go to trim our edge and door edge, why I don't use flutes. You see the ridges in the flutes, you see the glue line, and it just doesn't finish out well. So I'm going to glue up my dowel real good. Stick it where the screw hole was. Pound it down, and there it is. All the dowels are really doing is filling the hole where the screw is. It does give it holding capability, but the screws are providing the clamping pressure, and once the glue cures, it's not coming apart. So to cover the hole from the screws, I pin them, fill the hole with a dowel, and it actually makes for a very good look, being as how it's an end grain on the dowel. When we go to sand it, I'll spend a little extra time where the dowel areas are, and they'll darken up. When the finish is applied, it looks really nice.